What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. This is Hooded Out here. We're doing another vlog discussion type video today. Today we are going to be talking about GXs versus EXs, pros, cons, what we prefer, how we think they're going to change the game itself. Corey, how do you feel about GX versus EX? What are your thoughts?
Uh, I think, like I think that they're good yin and yang to the game. Essentially, what I feel about GXs, essentially, is they took an EX and took a break card, and that's your GX. Essentially, is because with the GXs you gain that extra either move or ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only use it once and everything. The GXs bring more strategy because you can't just pop, like, say you have 4 GX Decidueyes, you can't pop freaking 4 of those moves and just obliterate the game. It's that point, you use it at that point of either early to just go ahead and just at that point there is no return. It makes it to where I can't just go GX move, and
But
you prized everything.
even then, I feel like GX is a little bit overpowered because though, yes, it's not like EX, you can't just throw it out there and immediately use it. A lot of them you have to level up to that point.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's overpowered because, one, from what I've seen, they all have a stupid amount more health than the base card. And even though you can only use the GX once, it's still really, really powerful. I mean, I get it. It does make it a lot more strategic, but
It's like calcium up.
yeah, there's just
Start EV training in the trading card.
Yeah, I know, right?
it's just with the health and the GX and a lot of times the moves a little bit better. To me, it feels like it's a lot more overpowered than EX.
I agree with the strategic point. I do think that the gameplay will become a lot more strategic with the addition of GXs. I feel like, personally, it's going to be a lot of players are going to want to try and hold on to that GX move until about late game. There's some of them that, okay, if they're in a pinch, they might use it right off the bat. And I'm not sure what the other sets have to offer with GX moves. Like, I touched a little bit in another video of speculation on what the Tapu, Bulu, and Coco and Fini and what their abilities and GX moves could possibly be. And I don't think, like you said, Decidueye, his GX move, for example, it's not a damaging move. You get to pull 3 cards back from your discard pile. Not all the GXs moves are kind of oriented towards dealing damage. Yes, they do have a ridiculous amount of HP. I do agree with that. That makes it kind of, again, it adds to the strategy, I think. Having that really powerful, strong, health-wise, kind of bulky Pokemon sitting there, it makes you have to think.
It's going to bring, in my opinion, it's going to bring a lot of bench attacking. Instead of just straight attacking active, it's going to be getting those previes out of the way. Because if you get the previes out of the way, your GX is meaningless.
Well, if you think about it, though, back to the HP, Wellord, EX has, I believe, 250 HP. He's fairly commonly, not as heavily as, like, Hoopa and Shaman and...
What does that mean that if we get a GX Well...
have 450 HP.
Because that dude is a tank.
It was predicted here first, guys. Just letting you know. Wellord GX hit right there at 500 HP.
I want to see a Metapod GX, just saying.
Yes.
Harden GX, no damage for the rest of the match.
Oh, God.
Just Metapod stuck there like after 99 Hardens or however
They get a
however it
resistance
was.
to every element. All your bench Pokemon. They all get resistance to everything.
Resistance. Remove weakness. There you go.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Remove
Takes no
weakness.
weaknesses.
Basically, a permanent weakness policy on your Pokemon.
Yeah.
What sort of gameplay changes with still concerning GXs, moving from EXs to GXs with the new gameplay mechanics and everything, what kind of changes do you really foresee?
Which you touched upon this outside of this video also, is it will elongate the game a little bit.
True.
Like
true.
it's not like
It's not
the
going to be
EX
as fast paced.
4 turns and you're done.
Yeah. Because with a lot of the GXs, yes, you've still got some basics like Snorlax, Lapras, Tauros, essentially Umbreon and Espeon if you're running the new Eevee because of the energy evolution.
Which is gonna we're gonna see a lot of Eevee decks.
I do foresee Eevee being played.
I'm already planning mine.
The evolutions, though, they've always been, a set guide to go to in any game,
I
any
think-
strategy.
I think most metas have, for some, like I think Jolteon EX, Umbreon EX, I think they were fairly well played last couple
Oh
of
yeah, I like
rotations.
Espeon. I think I'm running Espeon EX.
Yeah, I
my-
think most
my
of the
budget deck right
evolutions, they usually do end up in some form in the meta. But I foresee, like we were saying, longer games, not 4 turns and it's over. It'll take a little bit longer for games to be played because you'll have, for the most part, everybody has to evolve to get to their stage 2.
It's also going to be a lot more like nerve-wracking because you're going to sit there and just wait and wait for the person to use the GX move.
True, you're very true because you're going to try and time it, like we were saying, strategically, so that you're not wasting yours or using it too soon. So that maybe you can make that late game clutch, that turnaround, that switch. Just kind of pull it out the hat, basically.
I think some GX moves though could, if you say, a lot of people are gonna probably wait late game to use it because it's just kind of that's where a turning point is in the game. I think some GX moves played right, if you popped it, say you're 2 or 3 turns in, could say wreck the rest of the game because they're gonna be playing catch up.
True.
Essentially.
True.
And if you're attacking those benches, then there's not much you can do.
I feel like they're going to bring out some either item or ability countermeasures for some
Oh,
GX moves, too.
most definitely. They'll probably, like with this last set that we're going to be rotating out of, I believe. Hopefully, I'm not misquoting or saying it wrong. In this current standard, we have
Evolutions.
we have Vileplume doing item lock.
Oh yeah,
I believe we've still got Garbodor
yeah.
doing, I believe it's ability lock, which we're seeing a Alolan Muck going ahead and attacking those basic Pokemon's abilities. I do potentially see like a countermeasure to GX moves, like something like that, like a reprinted version of Garbodor, where instead of abilities, your opponent can't use
A
GX
yeah.
moves or something similar to that nature.
Well, see, like I think that's where you would have multiple GXs, and that's where, like, say if you lock that one person down, they got another thing coming. It's gonna be interesting. I do think, as of with EXs still in standard, as of right now, I think the EXs versus GXs is gonna be the best counter for
True.
both, because a GX and an EX, it's gonna be tied.
Well, I
Essentially.
really don't see EXs going out of play during this rotation.
Yeah.
If they go out of play, I believe it'll be the next rotation. I believe this rotation will probably keep with Breakthrough and Breakpoint on. So you'll have 3 sets that include breaks and EXs that'll still be playable. I do think that obviously they're going to be phased out with the newer sets. Whether they still include EXs in the newer sets, probably not, because I feel like we've mentioned
It's a
before,
new
they're
mechanic.
going to be running with
Yeah.
this new mechanic, the GX Pokemon. What are some Pokemon that you guys feel deserve some GX form that haven't yet received it? I know, like I said, we know what the current Sun and Moon base set GXs are.
Yeah.
We know with the Guardians Rising set, we're getting the Tapus, and most likely they are going to be GXs. I believe Lycanroc GX is confirmed. What are some other
Well-
GXs like
Just the low one.
that you're kind of looking forward to?
Just right off the bat, like instantly, you know, like
Charizard base, like the OGs are getting. They're gonna get it.
Most definitely, I believe
Gyarados.
most starters,
Gengar.
Gyarados, Gengar. Probably a lot of legendaries also. Like Mewtwo will probably get a GX. If
I'm
that's old.
really excited to see a Nidoking GX.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nido,
that's
Nidoking
interesting.
GX, a Nidoking and Nidoqueen GX would be lovely.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of touching on some of those older Pokemon right there. Like, there's a lot of them that would benefit, I think, greatly.
I think Aegislash, or I'm not good with names, so the third, what's the third?
It's
Aegislash?
Aegislash.
Aegislash, I think that needs a GX, because I haven't seen an EX version of it. It's a relatively new Pokemon, and it's a fan favorite of a lot of people, because I know...
I mean, I love Aegislash.
Exactly.
I've kind of been iffy with a lot of Pokemon since it's Hoenn was okay, Sinnoh was okay. With Black and White and Unova, they kind of it kind of they lost me design wise. But one of the types of Pokemon that they always add in, like Chandelure, Klefki, Aegislash, who else? Just to name a few, like the inanimate objects
well,
that
like,
become Pokemon.
Grimer, Weezing, and all of them, I think, need more
Muck, you mean?
muck, yeah. Need GXs. I think I want to see...
Alola Muck GX would probably
Yeah.
wreck.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a Sharpedo GX.
That would be cool.
Sharpedo GX would be nice.
I think the non-conventional ones that you always see, like Arcanine, Lapras, etc., I think they need to kind of... I mean, yeah, it's fan favorites, but I think we need more diversity.
Yeah.
Like, bring back...
Abominable GX.
Heck, bring back a Ditto GX. Come on.
Ditto.
like-
We were talking about this earlier. Ditto GX has got to be a thing. This would work so well. As an ability, it has Imposter and can imitate any of your benched Pokemon. Come on, he'd get the move set of those Pokemon, and obviously he'd have his own GX move.
Yeah.
But just he'd imitate their HP and their basic attacks, weakness and resistance and retreat costs and all of that. That's got to be a thing. That is a great idea, I think.
I think that as a GX move would be perfect because
think-
that would change something. Because say you're running something that actually, like the GX move has a high power attack,
Yeah.
that would be perfect.
Like any bench Pokemon, like Epona and all.
Well, shoot, just a regular non-GX Ditto with
Yeah.
Imposter would be nice.
Well, I haven't seen Ditto. I haven't seen him run. Like, there's certain Pokemon even that I think they need to bring back that I haven't seen. I think
I don't know
one of
when
my
his
favorites-
last print was.
Yeah, exactly. I think they need to do one of my favorites. Pangaro needs a GX.
Definitely. Pangoro's fan favorite.
I love Pangaro. Like, he's my favorite. Butterfree.
That would
Butterfree would be nice.
Put your entire bench to sleep.
Oh yeah. I think that was just touched, and I think that'd be an interesting new mechanic to see to kind of diverge from just basic GXs and actives being affected. I think bench Pokemon. I would like to see status bench Pokemon
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's going to bring a lot of because that's where your ability lock would come in to kind of counteract that, and it would bring even more strategic because if you're going to sit there and
It would feel a lot more like you're actually playing the game.
exactly. I mean,
But, yeah, somehow
It
we
would
get-
make it. I don't disagree because I think it would make it a lot more
well, like
strategic.
poison,
and-
it's only 2 counters. It's not anything like huge. Like I just don't think when you retreat, it should null and void the thing. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's
Well, in defense of it, you do have to pay that retreat cost, which is
Exactly.
depending on the Pokemon. Like, you've got anywhere from 0 to 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A final evolution retreat cost is very expensive.
Yeah.
So
Like Kangaskhan, even being a basic, it's
I'm
got a 4-star
surprised.
retreat.
Ninja
Yeah.
has
Creepshow
no-
Gengar doesn't have a retreat cost. But he also, the only thing is, he isn't effective unless another Pokemon's doing damage.
True.
So
Crobat GX.
he's Gengar in previous sets has actual attacks. His are more, yeah, he's doing damage in a different way. So I think that's interesting too, and I want to see more benched attacks.
That would be. Well, I mean, with Sun and Moon, we did kind of we got Decidueye with his ability,
Yeah.
Feather Arrow. We got. I'm not sure if we got anything else really. Well, we got Espeon GX with his GX move putting 10 damage counters however
Which
you
I
like.
think that is probably one of the most
Um,
stronger on the strong sides of the GX moves.
Umbreon GX is a good disruptor because he removes 2 basic energy or 2 energies from your opponent's Pokemon. So I mean, there's a lot of strategic elements currently in play with the Sun and Moon base. And as always, as we go on to the next set and the set after that, it's going to kind of expand, and we'll get more strategic plays. We'll get more deck builds or more cards that'll run well with this first print.
That's what I want to see from just players in general. Like, I understand competitively when you're going to competitions, everybody's going to want to run what's competitive. I want to see it to be where it's able to play just I'm not saying just a rando deck where it's going to suck. I'm saying more diversity in the game where everybody's not running the same, like the Night March.
In that Worlds, I believe 4 or 5 of the top decks did run Night March.
Exactly. I think there needs to be maybe different Pokemon with similar aspects. Like, I don't know what set it's from, but what Shiinotic's ability?
Yeah, Sun and Moon.
That's
Base.
a Sun and Moon base?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Sun and Moon base.
So Shiinotic's ability for grass, I think I want to see something like that in different energies. Like, I would like to see
Something for water and fire and dark.
exactly. Maybe not the exact same or that many, but something essentially like that.
That's something I do hope to see more of. It's kind of the draw engines like Shiinotic and Kricketot that help you pull mons out of your deck fast. Like, my budget Rowlet Decidueye build, I run Kricketot from Break Point, I believe, and I run Shiinotic, and between those two, I pull 4 mons per turn out of my deck. That's a full Decidueye line plus 1.
The drawback is constantly milling your deck.
Constantly milling your deck.
Yeah.
So you do have to have counters for that also. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for this video, guys. We've actually gone on a little bit longer than initially planned. You guys got anything you want to say before we cut out?
I'm just really excited to continue and see all that comes from the Sun and Moon cards.
Me as well.
Yeah. To me, it's a very exciting set, and it's like I've expressed before, it's the first one I've actually been into collecting since back when I was a kid. Anyway, guys, as usual, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give us a like. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, and share it with a friend. Later this month, we're going to be trying to do some giveaways of either an Elite Trainer box, some booster box, something of that nature. Not entirely sure what we're going to do just yet, but you will have to be subscribed and you will have to like the videos that I've mentioned this giveaway in order to be entered to win. Until next time, guys, y'all stay cool, and we are out.